There is power in time and consistency. If you're at it every day and you're consistent enough, you'll get the results. Let me tell you something interesting. About 2 years ago, when I was quitting my job, it was about the feeling that I didn't know what I wanted. I was unhappy with how I was living my life. I was not satisfied with what was going on in my life. And then I sat back and said, is this the kind of life I want to do? Do I want to stay on radio and talk about things I'm not passionate about? So I had to look for help. I found somebody who I talked to, and I needed guidance on becoming a better version of myself. 2 years ago, I started a journey of self improvement and personal growth. A journey that would see me move from where I was to the kind of person I wanted to be. Okay? And it's been 2 years now, and I'm celebrating 2 years. However, in the 2 years, I'm celebrating the power of time and consistency. In a bid to become a better version of myself, there are things I started to do. I decided to do. I wanted to become better in different areas. I want to become better in my relationships. I want to improve my finances. I want to improve my physical. I want to improve my health. I want to improve so many things and become a better version. I wanted to learn new skills and everything. And this journey had to start somewhere. And I indeed started somewhere. I started by simple steps. I started by working out. I started by learning new skills from content creation, which is the same skill I'm using to record these videos. I started by learning to eat nicely and better. I became more conscious about my health. I started by working out every day and showing up and doing quite a lot of things. And I also wanted to improve my entrepreneurship skills because, yes, I was out of employment and I had no other alternative. The only thing was to become a better entrepreneur. I learned how to solve problems, especially problems that I had. I felt like these problems could convert into cash. And this journey has moved on smoothly well. Today, I want to thank myself for being able to consistently show up, for being able to give it time. And I want to say I feel much more happier and much more better than I was 2 years ago. And some of the changes that I've received, actually, I've not been noticing. But because I've been showing up every day, these changes are now being able to manifest in my life. I feel like I'm more attractive. I feel like people find me interesting. People find me more knowledgeable than I was. People find me physically appealing. I also find myself physically appealing. And actually, I've not been able to see this in the process. But when I look back and I look at who I was and what I am, I understand the power of time and consistency. Initially, when I was starting, I didn't understand how I would probably look later or how I would feel later. But because I've been able to show up every day, and sometimes these gains you receive are so minimal that you can notice them, but when they accumulate over time, you're able to see them. So yesterday I was looking at myself in the mirror. I was with a friend, and my friend told me, "Wow, you visibly look okay, and physically I look okay." And this was very important for me. But also over time, when I look back at the kind of language I speak in terms of different things, I find myself more knowledgeable than I was. Not because I am knowledgeable, but I feel like every day I've dedicated my efforts towards learning a new skill, learning different things, reading a book, getting knowledge from different people, reading different materials that help me grow in terms of every area where I want to grow. And I want to say there is power in time and consistency. About a month ago, I decided to change one thing. Actually, I was trying to change the way I look in terms of my dress code. I'm one of those people who don't know how to dress, who used not to know how to dress. I would find anything that would make me feel happy and I would put on. You'd find me in a vest on a Monday morning and I would be in a certain place. But then the people who are looking at me see me in a particular version, but then I would represent myself in a different version. And a month ago, I've been dedicating my efforts towards trying to become that guy I want. There's a look I want, a certain look I want, a certain gentleman look, easy and subtle that I want. And I've been trying to learn more about it and trying to find things and outfits within that same line of outfits. And let me tell you, in 1 month, I've never attracted so many people like I've attracted them in this month. And it got me to understand that a lot can change by you just improving a little bit of something in your life. A little bit, just a simple thing like a dress code. And if you gave it time and understood it better and consistently did it, people will change the way they perceive you. My perception in terms of other things hasn't changed so much, but I feel like this has also started to manifest and change. And I dedicate this to me being able to show up, giving time to it, and consistently doing it. I feel like when you're consistent with something, you may not understand that you're beginning to develop a habit or a behavior. Over time, I've developed certain behaviors that I didn't have initially and earlier. I never used to prioritize working out. Right now, it has become part of my routine. Because I've been consistently doing it, it has become part of me. I never became health conscious. Now, because of the consistency in trying to understand my environment and what I eat, now the consistency in doing that has made me a more health conscious person. Like even when I look at a meal, immediately my brain tells me you won't have this. When I look at my clock, I know we need to sleep or not. And these behaviors, I didn't plan for them to become part of me, but because I've been doing them every day, now they've started becoming part of me, which is something I'm enjoying currently and at the moment. The most important thing is I'm finding peace. Not just because I'm richer, not just because I'm more stronger, but because personally I'm happy about me. Actually, I'm happy with myself. Like Arthur is happy with Arthur, and that is what is making a lot of sense for me. Every day I wake up and I look at me, I'm happy for me. Every day I look at me, I'm happy for what I'm doing. Every day I look at the steps I'm taking, I'm happy for what I'm achieving. And everything else has ceased to make sense. What makes sense is me now, and I'm finding it so cool and so interesting and so awesome, and it's making me so happy. As I discuss this and showing up every day on this YouTube channel, I've stopped worrying about my videos not being watched. No, it's become something I really love doing, sharing what I have learned. I feel like that one person is going to watch this video and they change and they become a better version of themselves is what matters to me right now. And consistently I've been showing up on this channel, not getting watched, and I've stopped worrying about that. And I've become a better editor. I've understood lighting more. Now I know what an accent light is. Now I know how to position myself. And it's gonna get more better with time and with consistency. And I believe one day I'll look back at what I'm doing right now and I'll be like, yes, I gave it my all, I gave it my time, and I gave it my efforts. And the reason I'm recording these videos, actually, it has stopped being about who is watching me, and actually it has started being about me, about what I want to look at and say, yes, I did this. I want my son to wake up and the things I can't tell him, he can watch them from these videos. I want my son to look back and watch my videos and say, really, Dad said this, and I probably will take my word. Because personally, I've also been taking words from other people. I've been watching people's videos and I've been taking words from them. And I wish these words were coming from my dad. Unfortunately, they're not. So I've been watching other people's videos. They are telling me something. And I didn't have a chance for my dad to tell me things. My son is a young boy, barely a year old. I feel like if he sits back and watches what I'm doing today, I feel like he would be a much more better person. I feel like I will have a chance to speak to him through this. So my reasons for doing things have changed, and my perspective is different from how I see things. And I want to thank God that He has given me the courage to dedicate time and consistent efforts towards this journey. And I feel like this journey is going to take me miles and make me much more happier. And I feel much more happier than I was. And to me, that is what matters. And I feel like every day my purpose gets much more clear, gets much more better. I feel like that one person who's going to watch this video and feel like it has changed their life matters to me a lot. More than 1,000, 10,000 views that I might get on this video. And that is what matters to me right now. And I feel like a lot is going to be better if I dedicate more time and more effort and consistency. So in whatever you do, give it more time, consistently do it, and strive for improvement on a daily.